Hello survivors, and welcome to another Silly Saturday. In today's video, we are on the Arcane Weaver, and oh boy is it going to be silly. So this is actually going to be on a full curse, -2 of the curses. We are going to be doing it on the Scorching Valley, sorry. We are running 55 curse, so every single curse is active. However, the Pillars of Despair and the Pillars of Protection will be taken off just because I don't feel like running around the map to get them. You can keep them on, you are able to do it with them on. This is a full curse map, we are on full prestige and everything, and I've even done it on Dungeons of Despair. So if we go look at our character matches, as you can see over here, here is the full thing. I've actually swapped out one of the skills, so we're no longer using Core Lightning, but you can do this on 58 curse, so that's without Pillars of Protection on the Dungeons of Despair. So it is a viable curse 0 run. I don't think it's very good in Overlord because there aren't a lot of buffs and things like that, but for funs and giggles it's really cool. Now I've got two rune setups. We use either Battle Proficiency and Divine Legacy, which I find is okay, or we can run ourselves Vulnerable Target and Critical Mastery, since we are playing with a lot of Electrified and Electric skills. We use the skill Mastery Electric because we are running these skills over here, but we'll talk about them more. Most of them are applying Dazed, and then we got Thunder Slash, which deals more damage based on the amount of slash skills. That deals more damage based on how much Dazed is on the target. And then we run skill Inclination Electric and then Unconventional Start. And we're playing with the Arcane Weaver because the Arcane Weaver has the multicast Ascension. He gives a 62% increased multicast mastery, and it just works really stupidly well. So over here, we didn't really get one of the low cooldown skills, so we do actually restart. We're looking for a couple of skills. One of them is actually Nimbus Lightning. Okay, so there we did a boo-boo. We're going to restart again. If something like that does happen, you do want to lock the other electric skill just to make sure you do get it on the next level up, because otherwise you normally get a passive for that. Nimbus Lightning, as you can see, as it hits something, it drops down a lightning bolt. Really funny when you have a low cooldown on the actual skill, and it just feels like you are Zeus, shooting lightning bolts at the enemy the entire time. So very fun to play. Lightning Field, again, also both of them applying Dazed and Electrified. So at 20 stacks we shoot out all these electric orbs around us. We can go and lock the one Temperature Strike that gives us Form, which increases our critical strike chance. And then again, Dazed isn't showing over there, why not? Dazed increases our chance to receive or to deal critical strikes by X amount. So what it means by receive is it's a debuff on the enemies, so enemies now have an increased chance to be crit. So we're going to grab that over there. Electrified is going to give us Electrified releases multiple jolts of electricity that move in random directions, dealing damage and applying stun. And they deal quite a lot of damage, and they actually do quite a lot of damage. You'll see at the very end of the run what it's actually called. Actually, we could see now quickly, it's called Lightning Discharge. And you'll see at the end of the run it's going to have added quite a lot of damage that otherwise wouldn't have been there if we didn't have it. But you're going to see very shortly just how cool Nimbus Lightning is. We kind of look like a Zeus. We throw out so many of them, especially when you do have your Ascension active, and it's just ridiculous and really fun. So now we're looking for these two over here. We want Arcane Power, we want a Power Conductor, which is an electric totem, so it is a summon as well. It's going to be doing a lot of damage, and that's great. Now the Arcane Weaver does feel slightly slow, so if you do want to, you can grab yourself another shift. That's just going to increase your survivability. We've now used up all of our locks, and as you can see, we are getting some really good passives over here. So I would actually like both of these, but we're going to go with the Epic Expansive. It's just unfortunate that we can't get both of them. We don't have any more locks. That's just how it's worked. But you can see our Ascension is we used at the very wrong time. and now we are in a bit of trouble with that. So over here we can get damage increase. It's going to increase the damage of our lightning field and arcane power. I kind of feel like this should have the lasting tag as well, just to get that damage as well, but it's okay. 2 skills getting a decent amount of damage is better than none. And as you can see, again, we're only missing the pillars of protection and the pillars of despair, and just look at the damage that we're dealing to these bosses. Everything else just completely melting. Now, I will put it on the screen again just in case you never saw one of my other videos, but battle stance and the other one where you against far enemies, it will be on the screen. Battle stance is very difficult to use, so I'm actually going to banish it. I feel like I'm hardly ever in the 5-meter radius of the enemies, and we're just going to grab the damage upgrade for Thundering Slash. So again, on the screen, here it is. For the actual 5-meter and 12-meter, you can see the 5-meter is actually really close, and the 12-meter looks like it's just outside of the area of effect that we would normally have when we are fighting them. So for me, tactical advantage like we've got over here is actually a lot better for my playstyle. But you know, you can play whatever you want. If you feel like battle stance is better for you and you're really up in the faces of the bosses, then you know, good for you. Alright, more cast frequency. We know it, we love it, we want to see all of this electricity going off everywhere. You know, yellow is not the greatest of colors, but this is definitely one of those skills that really shine bright because of its color, of course, but also because of the amount of damage it does. Oh, just look at that, everything melting around us. So we do get the increase to the lightning aura, and we do have some of our ascension crystals sitting there in front of us. We don't want to pick them up just yet because we're going to wait for the next bunch of bosses to spawn. You can see that's just around the corner, and we're just grabbing some upgrades. Now we do want to wait for them to just spawn immediately and then pick it up. We don't want to pick it up before because of the little animation that does occur. Pick up more crits over there because, you know, rare crit does give us a lot of damage. And just look at all of the electricity in the area. Again, a lot of it happening all over the place, and this is definitely going to look fantastic for you know, YouTube and the encoder, so that's fantastic too. Now again, we aren't going to be able to keep it up until the next boss fight, so what we're actually going to do is make sure we don't pick any of them up until we have used it all up. So there we go. Now we can pick them up and make sure that we do have our next ascension sitting and ready for the next boss fight so that we can kill them even quicker. Now again, if you do find yourself having multicast chance as a power up, do take it, because again, your ascension is multiplicative over your base multicast, so you do want as much as possible, so therefore those multicast upgrades are going to become very handy for you. Also, you don't need to corner yourself anymore. You don't have to play in the corner. You can see we are able to kill things really quickly without cornering. The bosses spawn. That's fantastic. Somehow we're getting Radiance. Oh, do you know, it must be the Arcane Weaver has a chance to proc Radiance while he hits, so he has 5% chance. And you can see we even proc Radiance every now and then, which is pretty cool. Pretty funny to see as well, coming from someone without any Radiance whatsoever. But there we go, more of them are dead, picking up more of the cast frequency, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, next set of bosses done and dusted. Remember, this isn't on the Dungeons of Despair, so it will be slightly easier, but we did manage to do it on Dungeons of Despair as well, so it's just proof of concept. It is a very strong build, very easy to run as well, very simple to run, not very complicated. We are going to get to those builds in the near future as well. Alright, so we do keep the crystal on the floor again. We've nearly summoned the next set of bosses. This will be, ooh, that is juicy. A multicast Nimbus Lightning. It's such a cool skill to be able to see that lightning moving. I think I wanted to turn up the graphics a bit, but it does get quite crazy. As you can see, we just get a whole lot of yellow on the screen. I do play with 50% just so I can dodge some of the attacks, but you know, you got to play what you find comfortable. Increasing the area of attack on Thunder Slash. That's fine because we do want as much area on that skill as much as possible, because that is our main damage dealing skill as well. And you can even see grabbing area of effect, it looks like it does affect your skills like your radiance as well. So if you get a lot of area of effect, they are going to be doing a lot of area damage as well for you. And let's see over here, we got cast frequency for that. We can go for like both of these, but lethality is going to be the winner over there. We do actually take lethal damage over there. We don't really see what did the lethal damage, but probably one of the bosses or something like that, and that's just unfortunate. We do have so many lives, so it's not really the end of the world. We are on the final set of bosses within or under 5 minutes, under 6 minutes, and we're in a very good spot. So 2 lives left. Very good. This is why we don't think it is very good for Overlord, or personally just because we've only got Form as a buff with Electrified and a bit of Radiance over there. But without having the defenses like your Bulwark and your Resilience, you're really not going to last very long when you get hit, which is going to happen often just because you know, we're not instantly killing things like we could with other builds. So again, not the greatest for Overlord, but definitely fun to mess around on cycle zeros, which is mostly what I play anyway, so I'm happy with that. Alright, we did accidentally use our Ascension too early, so we're not going to have it for this part unless we do draw it out just a little bit, but we do need to just be careful. Grab the crit chance to far away enemies, that's fine, and then we just sit on the edge and fight those enemies. Let's go. Ooh, there's a life upgrade over there. I mean, life regen crystal. Not regen, just a flat life. Okay, you must die because you've got laser beams being shot at me. And Prophetess needs to be gone as well. Come on, the quicker you die, the better for me. Oh no, he killed me with his laser. Alright, thank you. Sorry, Dugbo, no death for you today, but everyone else, we did lose another life over there. But 6 minutes 45, not bad at all. Again, max curse without the pillars. It's, you know, the pillars aren't going to make that much of a difference. And there you go, lightning discharge, dealing the second most amount of damage. That is the electrified passive or the buff over there. And you can see dealing just less damage, just a little bit less than our main damage source, which is Thundering Strike. But again, we didn't really get that many levels on it, so it makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.